Hi guys and welcome to another set review. I told you I'll be doing as many as I can, and obviously Endgame is just around the corner, 11 years in the making, and I'm so excited about it that I want to get on here and review the sets that come with it. Despite the fact that some people are saying they're a bit underwhelming compared to the Infinity War sets, I have to say there's a couple that look really awesome to me, especially this one up here, the Hall of Armor. I very much look forward to building that. But this time, we've already reviewed the Captain America bike sets which came out, so hopefully you've seen that video. If not, check out the channel, and if you missed it, make sure you're subscribed. But this time, we're going to the Hulkbuster. Well, it's a War Machine Buster, even though it's not supposed to bust War Machine, so it should really be called the Hulkbuster, the War Machine Hulkbuster, or the War Machine Thanos Buster, because if this does turn up in the film, it ain't going to be used to take down Hulk. Anyway, I'm going to put on the speed build, and I'll be straight back. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed me seeing the building side of it. Having built the Infinity War Hulkbuster not that long ago, to be honest, and the Hulkbuster that came out years ago with the Age of Ultron set. I'm pretty familiar with these ones, to be fair. But look at it. It's glorious. I love it. I genuinely love this. Considering, like I say, I've already built the other two. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. But before we actually go into a bit more detail and see it in a bit more detail in the pictures, let's just have a look at the characters we get. So we get a War Machine here, wearing the same white suit that you'll see in most of the Avengers. And of course we also get Ant-Man, which is going to be really interesting because in the trailers it has shown that War Machine and Ant-Man seem to have this bond going on, which is going to be quite interesting, because it showed the two of them together on multiple occasions, so it should be interesting to see where that goes. We also get a couple more Outriders. So as I said in my previous video, which, to be fair, wasn't that long ago. As you can see, I'm still wearing the same clothes because I did it on the same day. If you want to make an army of these guys, then you need all the sets. If you've already got the Infinity War sets, and you're collecting these ones as well, by the end of it, you'll have quite a few Outriders, as there's 3 in the Captain America, there's 1 in the Compound, there's 2 in that, and there's 2 more that come with this set as well. I don't know how many are in the Quinjet. I haven't got that set yet, but I will review it at some point. But yeah, anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start with War Machine, and let's bring up the pictures. As you can see, the suit is exactly the same as what we get for the Captain America. I love the fact that they've spent the time branding the suits. There's that lovely little Avengers logo on his chest. The actual detail on the suits, it does look cool. I said it in the last video, and it really does. I like it a lot. The only thing with it, however, is the fact that essentially that means these aren't unique. I mean, if you look at this and you compare it, so we come back to me for a sec. I'm just going to compare it to the Captain. Well, actually, let's compare it to the Ant-Man one. So, if you look, they're identical. Based on the trailer and just showing them walking along in the suits, they are all the same. So Lego have done it right. It's a bit disappointing in the sense that the characters are all, the heads are interchangeable. So if you've got some of the older characters, don't bother buying these sets just for the characters, because like Nebula, for example, you could use the head from Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 sets, and just one of these guys' bodies. You got the character. So don't go out your way. You're not forced to go out your way for these characters, because there's not that much uniqueness, especially with these two. So these two that came here. If you look at War Machine, it's the helmet. It's exactly the same helmet that you get in other War Machine sets. And similarly with Ant-Man as well. It's the same helmet. So there's not a lot there. But other than that, they look cool. I mean, if you look at the face of War Machine, you can see he's very happy on one side. On the other side, he's got his tactical output, very similar to what we saw in Infinity War sets with Iron Man. They've kind of put it over the top, so he looks a bit red-faced, but he's happy. And that's the main thing. Ant-Man, however, he does come with a hairpiece this time, so it's not just the helmet. You can put a hairpiece on him. He's happy in one, terrified in the other, in terms of faces. But other than that, there's not really a lot to say about them. Similarly to the Outriders, the interesting thing with this one compared to the last set that I reviewed is the fact that this Outrider is the design from the 2018 sets, whereas this Outrider is the newer design. He's got the little shoulder pad and the claws. Let's just have a look in the picture so you can see it a bit closer. In terms of the head and torso, they're exactly the same. There is no difference in the design whatsoever. But the good thing about the one that doesn't have the extra arms is that you can see the back printing, and it is awesome. It does look really, really good. It's just disappointing that it is on the other Outriders. It has been kind of covered over by the piece that you need to put the arms on. In general, though, not overly exciting when it comes to minifigures. If I'm honest, I don't know, these white suits, they kind of take away the uniqueness of the characters. I mean, I brought the Infinity War sets because A, I didn't have a Doctor Strange and I wanted one, but B, obviously you got the Iron Man, the new Iron Man with the arms and stuff like that. You got the Iron Spider, got Thanos. We've got all these individual characters with individual designs on them, and that is kind of the real appeal to me in terms of buying all these sets. That said, I have bought them, but where they're all in the same suit, it just kind of defeats the point from that perspective. With the exception of the Hall of Armor, of course, because you get multiple Iron Mans, which is just awesome. Anyway, let's move on to the star of the show, and it's this baby. I love it. I genuinely love it. Let me just bring up. Let me just get the Hulkbuster. They're in terms of design, in terms of build, they're very similar. Though this one's got a bit more complex stuff because you can see this massive stud shooter, rotating stud shooter on the front, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the size, in terms of the general build of the body, the arms and stuff like that, it's all very, very similar. So they've taken most of the same design techniques. But yeah, let's go to the pictures because I want to show this to you. Well, actually, no, before we do, let's just open him up. And as you can see in here, this is the most annoying bit of this for me. It's not a major issue, but if you look in here, you got this little thing. It says extra ammo. It just slides in. If you haven't got the minifigure in here, it's really annoying because it keeps falling out. So you have to keep it closed at all times. But it's a minor issue. not one that's going to affect me too much. But let's go to the pitch. If we have a look on the Infinity War Hulkbuster, it's got these individual toes, and while it does, it stands flat, it just feels a bit more flimsy. Whereas on this one, you've got proper flat pieces. Yes, they do move and stuff like that, but it just seems a little bit more kind of stable. If you go back to the pictures, you can see that on the arms there are stud shooters as well, and they've done the hands in exactly the same way. And it's a shame they've only got 3 fingers though. I don't really get that, but yeah. Interestingly, on the arms as well is these big plates that kind of clip in and rotate outwards to make up the shoulder. They look really cool. It's these tiny kind of 2x1 pieces. I don't really know how to describe them. They kind of have, you'll see what I mean if you come back to me. These bits, hopefully this comes up. These bits have kind of got the little dents in the side. I've seen them on buildings and stuff like that on the side, and they just really simplistically add a nice bit of detail to it, and they are scattered throughout here. I mean, there's some on the toes, there's some on the bits here, there's even some on here, which it just adds detail with very little effort. The stud shooter on the top does work. Don't lose all the studs. Woo! It does work. Oh, I lost one of the studs. But yeah, so you can rotate that and it will shoot out. In terms of actually putting Rhodey in here, it's very simple, very much the same as Iron Man. Oh, I've lost that piece that I was annoyed at. But very much, it's actually easier to put Rhodey in. He sits in there very nicely, even with the clip. So you've got the clip here that usually has the stud, makes up his kind of shoulder cannon. The stud shooter fits on here after when you put him in here, and even with that clip on there, he fits in really nicely. And then you close it up. I didn't even know he was in there. But yeah, this is definitely a win for me. I know people have said that these sets are underwhelming. That one is not. It's awesome. Very much enjoy it. As I say, we've also got these flick studs on the top here. They will flick out nicely. So there's a lot of play value here, as my son's found out, because 10 seconds after I built it, he took it away from me. There's a lot of play value here. I mean, in terms of the arms and legs, they move. You can put it in a number of positions. So not only have you got play value, you've got display value. So collectors like myself, it's a win for you as well. It looks stunning, and it's very different. So if you go to a picture of the Hulkbuster and the new one, the War Machine Buster, I can't go over the name, but if you look at them together, you can see there is enough difference to make this more than worth the money. I think this is currently going for £29.99, so a similar sort of price you'll find elsewhere. But yeah, really do like this. It's not as underwhelming as people have said. It's a great great. Well worth the price, I tell you. Anyway, I didn't find anything negative about this set, so it's more just a passionate rant than a review, but that's fine. I don't care. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please do give me a thumbs up, and let me know if you've got this set. Let me know what you think of it, because I really love it. I am working my way through the Endgame sets, so it might be a while before the next one comes out. I'm trying to get as many of them done before the film comes out, but I spread them out nicely. But let me know if you have got any of these sets. Let me know what you think. Let me know, if you're disappointed, or let me know why. I'd be interested to hear someone from the other side of the table. For me, I'm very passionate about Marvel anyway, and I cannot wait for Endgame. So this is just kind of boosting the excitement for me. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't, and please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'll be back very soon with another one, but thanks for watching. Bye bye.